with me. What's going on?
Hey, everybody, what's happening?
All right, I'm going to do my Friday morning rant, and then we can move on to the subject. You know, I really fucking hate people right
Jesus.
now. Yeah,
You hate people every day. That's like your thing.
No, I really hate people right now.
You hate people every day.
No, not really, but I do today.
Every day, all day. That's a Bradism. Brad
I like
just
that.
hates people.
Every day, all day. Actually, Eric used to say every gay. What is it? Big gay every day, all day, or some shit. You just made me think of Eric when you said that.
Yeah, we have it on the soundbite file. We could probably play it if you hadn't deleted them all.
No, I didn't delete them all. I actually saved them. I'm weird like that.
Oh, you deleted them off Riverside, so I can't just click the button and have Eric join us at any moment in time.
I removed them off Riverside, but
anyways,
they are on the server, and they are. And I do have 3 voicemails saved by him too, from back in January.
Aww.
No, I'm that guy.
Yeah.
I can't delete them. But anyway, back to hating people. No, it's just, you know what I hate, dude, is the nice guy syndrome.
People?
Besides people, but it's the nice guy syndrome. And what I mean by that is
nice guy syndrome.
Whatever, bitch. I'm always nice. The problem is I'm too nice.
Nice guy.
I'm always nice. I am always nice, and the problem is that when you're nice, it's like you get taken advantage of.
Yeah.
And people take advantage of you, and they take advantage of your time. They take advantage of your kindness, but they also mistake my kindness for weakness, and that's where they make a really grave, fatal fucking mistake with me. Because once I reach that threshold, the asshole part of me comes out, and it comes out in full fury. And sometimes it makes no sense. Sometimes it makes no sense either when I turn into that asshole. But zero fucks given.
Rage for no reason.
There's a reason I rage. It's just that zero fucks given.
So what's got you all pissed off right now?
Just people in general. Everywhere I turn around.
What specifically?
Relaxing.
Can you talk about it on the air? Or are you just going to throw a randomness out there and just people are just going to have to be like, is it me? Is it not me? Did I fuck up?
I'm just going to say there's certain individuals that really get under my skin. Okay, so here's what I have a problem. Put your hand down, Dick. Anybody can see it. He raised his hand. But for the people that are listening on audio,
for certain individuals,
I wanted to discuss
for certain individuals, the YouTubers and the Rumble people or guys and girls are laughing at the hand raise. But that being said, there's a couple of individuals lately that are just getting under my skin, and
it's beard oil and beard balm.
Okay, so here's my thing. Do you hate when you tell people to do things?
You turn me on
and ask them to do things and they don't fucking take notes for it.
The bomb is haunted, right?
I mean, I understand the occasional mistake, but when it's consistent, fuck you. I know you're about to say, bitch, I take notes. All right.
That one as well.
The problem is that people, when it continuously happens over and over again for the same subject, for the same, fuck you and your grin, dude. Because I know damn well that ain't fucking you're talking about. You're grinning because of my ass, bitch. That's all I'm going to say. I know you are not fucking grinning over me, Dick. We'll have that conversation too. But we can do it on air if you like. But the reality is,
okay, let's go.
These two individuals, when they know who they are, they fucking pull this shit all the fucking time, and it drives me nuts.
I've tried a lot of
Put your goddamn hand down before I freaking burn it off.
But a lot of
anyway,
make my face.
So let's continue. So let's talk about Friday's
skin
subject.
Now we got the olive,
and that is movies
tone, and it's
so
naturally.
Did you finally fucking watch Rebel Moon?
Put a lot of extra product.
I did. I actually watched it the other day.
Okay, and before you answer this next question,
and then
I
start having breakouts. And
did you like it?
You know.
Yes, I did.
Oh God, I fucking knew it. You fucking liked that movie
over the years.
Yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed it. I thought it was a great little summer flick.
You thoroughly enjoyed that shit of a movie.
I did. I really did. I like Noble's character. He was a good bad guy,
and
I like the little
take a lot of it off.
What's it called? Ragtag band of rebels,
especially if I use like
getting together
and stuff like that.
Did they attack the fucking Death Star too, and then they launched down a 3-inch portal to get in there like wombats?
No, I didn't see that part.
It's like my beard's like.
No, I was asking because it's pretty much just a remake of fucking Star Wars.
On the
like I said on a previous episode.
Anytime you would oil your beard,
I like that damn movie. Oh, dude, it's trash.
I thought it was good. I thought it was good. I thought it was good. I thought it was good.
What else did you like about it that just set it apart?
Completely wet. And
I thought that it was kind of, I don't know, I like the storytelling of it. I thought it was kind of cool. The fight scenes were really kind of cool in it.
And I feel like it
the little blasters were kind of cool.
Greasy. My face too. Like
cool.
I feel like it makes me look greasy.
I thought it was really cool how the guy got summoned across.
Like,
it reminded me a lot of like Terminator, like Terminator meets The Matrix.
So you started, you found Mason Danger, and
I mean, it had a lot of
local
like homages paid to other films.
And
but I thought it was pretty good in its own right.
And I noticed immediately, I was like, hey, dude,
I mean, it's a lot better than what I've seen from other stuff lately.
Did you stop using the product? Because
it was better than every single Star Wars after Rogue One.
Hold on.
Regular.
That you can't say it's better than every Star Wars. But I will admit,
I said after Rogue One. Every Star Wars after Rogue One.
And then
anything Disney touches sucks anyway. It didn't have the sheen
to it, right? It was more like
I mean, I didn't like the prequels either. Like, I thought all the prequels were trash.
Normal, natural.
The Mandalorian had a lot of promise for the first 2 episodes, and then it just went straight to shit canning like immediately.
No, I found this
the storytelling.
Now it's just a giant pile of garbage.
I was like blown away at how light it was and how well it worked.
And I couldn't even get into that other one, the Osaka or whatever it was. Like, didn't watch that one at all.
Stellar rock star.
I tried to watch it, but it was like
he shipped it to the house next door, and
turns that made me go, what?
And
I tried to watch Obi-Crap Kenobi. That was lame. I mean, I finished it, but it still sucked assholes.
Again, like the next day,
Darth Vader had him.
Things in there.
Had him dead to rights.
Care package items,
and he's literally snapped people's necks for lesser offenses. And now he's got the guy that killed his family.
It was quick shipping,
and he's going to be like, I've decided not to kill you this time. You know why? Because if I kill you now, I can't kill you.
I love the whole
12 years from now.
Look past some of the older videos.
When you raise my son as a Jedi.
I was
straggles
totally
in it, even though I brush it. I have a brush here.
He had him in the fire and let him go.
I brushed my beard continuously all day.
You literally took a fucking ship and drug it out of the sky
Zoom call
with the Force, and you couldn't break his neck.
I'd have to brush my beard out to try to straighten it as much as possible. If I had the powers of
Darth Vader, dude,
and I'd get a lot of flyaways too.
I mean, I really would.
I just
it'd be like
went down in a
it'd be like I find your charter plane not amusing, Michael.
Well, I mean, in the originals, he force choked a guy across the galaxy.
It looked horrible.
Just on the video cam, remember?
Since I've got the beard bomb, it has
in the middle of a Zoom call, he's like,
gotten rid of all of those problems
across the fucking galaxy, and nobody
the
pushes
oil
that
itself
shit.
too makes my beard much softer. Like, I've noticed my wife saying, "Hey, your beard doesn't feel nearly as coarse as it used to."
He's just fucking thinking
right.
it.
No,
so I think that has a lot to do.
But meanwhile, Obi-Wan Kenobi right in front of him, he can't do shit.
Stuff that he puts for the good quality ingredients that he uses
because they're fucking up the plot line.
Yeah, I agree.
So strong with the Force, about that, about
all
the midichlorians going.
Well,
so anyways, back to Rebel Moon. I like it.
Star Wars 2.0.
Yeah,
okay. So go ahead.
Just all three. No offense to them.
I thought it was a good movie.
All within their rights. It may work for other people. You know, it just didn't work for me.
I liked a little bit of betrayal in it.
But
I
I'm
thought
always
that was good. It was
I
haven't seen it yet. Sorry for spoilers, but it was good. Part 2's coming out
still, I look
tomorrow.
like a grease pit. You know,
so
I mean, and I
can't wait to watch.
I was cutting the amount I used down to like a minimal even. And I was still shining and glowing. I mean, like you could see the light piercing off of it.
What did you
do? Florida sun, man.
I could get into it.
It doesn't hide anything.
Was like,
I mean, it lets you know what's on your face real fast.
What couldn't you not get into
it?
I just could get into it.
And then I
didn't like it.
Found this product.
I just
and I'd always seen like because he does a really good job. Like their company does a really good job with their stories. They're all over TikTok. They're on all the social media stuff. You know, man, this is local. Maybe I should just give it a shot. Because I was like, I'm so sick of like finding stuff that sucks. And I was like, so at least I'll try somebody local, and if they suck, at least I'm helping support the local community, so to speak.
Shop local,
yeah, shop local. So I was just like, screw it. So I ordered it, and man, immediately when I put the bomb in, first. I knew I had the product I liked. And the reason why is because, like you said, the minute, like right now, again, I had a facial, so, from your wife. So, I
thought it was good.
I have a little scragglers going on. I have to wash my face and get all some of the products out. But
I will say
it just, when I put it on, it holds.
There is a show on Prime.
Like, my beard is very squirrely and very, like it'll like
fall out,
bing, go out of this world on you quick. And any port of humidity or moisture with Florida, anybody who lives here knows it's hotter than the surface of the fucking sun, and that the humidity during the summer just gets insanely crazy. You sweat the minute you walk outside to the mailbox. But so I noticed that it held even in the heat. Like it didn't start like sweating off. Because in most cases, products start to sweat off your face, whether it's, lotion, whatever it might be. So the second thing was the big one was when I used the Renegade oil, and I only used a little bit of it because I was worried it was going to be greasy. Because anytime you put an oil in your hand, you think, man, this is going to be greasy. What I liked about it is that it worked really well with the balm and then dried. The sheen is so small that when you walk outside, you don't get that glistening.
Right.
So that's the reason why I love the product. That's the reason why I was so big on it. And I made a story right away and tagged them in it, and then we developed a relationship with them. But just through, back and forth messaging. But it was like, and then you came over and you're like, hey man, I really like what you got going on over there. So then I handed it to you, and the rest is history. But it was. Well, yeah.
I saw your post too, and I was like, man, Brad does not really endorse a lot of products unless he really, really, really likes them. So that made me go, let me ask him about that. And I had tried so many different products that I was actually to the point where I was like, I don't want to invest another $1 because I bought, yes, I bought stuff that was like $100 at the bottle, because it was supposed to be the best, and I really wanted good quality product. So I tried it. I don't like it. It was too thick. It just didn't hold right. It was, the chemicals in it made my face break out. I didn't like the stuff. Like, there's a lot of stuff I didn't like. So I was like, let me try some of that first. And when he came over and let me dry a couple drops of the oil. I put it on. It felt good right when it went on. Like, it didn't feel, and didn't leave a residue where I had to go scrub my hands, to where I was afraid if I touched anything, I'd leave like oil spots behind. And then I tried the balm, which what I really liked about balm is it didn't take a lot of effort for it to like melt in your hand. Like, it's a solid in the case, but as soon as you take it out and you start rubbing it in your hand, it turns into a liquid pretty quickly. And then you can apply it, and it applies nice and even and smooth, as opposed to like being clumpy or having any issues with it. And I tried it, and I didn't have any issue with it that 24-hour period, from when I tried it the next day. Because usually if I have something on my skin for 5 or 6, 7 hours, within 24 hours, I'll start having like a breakout. Mm-hmm. Or some type of issue, and I didn't have any of that. So I was like, okay, let me get on here and order this. And I ordered it, and I've been using it every day since, and I freaking love the product. Absolutely love it. I highly recommend it. So much so that, Brad and I got to talking, and we actually reached out to Mason Danger and asked them if we could be affiliated with their program and have a affiliates code. So if you'd like to try Mason Danger, Brad has the details as far as how to get that. So would you like to tell the
Yeah, sure. So I just want to reiterate one other thing you said earlier. Mm-hmm. I you know me, I am not the Peyton Manning of products. And what I mean by that, guys, anybody that watches football knows Peyton Manning will endorse anything.
Yes.
That's always been a standing joke with a lot of the guys across the NFL. Mm-hmm. And I just don't do that. I mean, if I think your product sucks, I don't want to touch it. That's just the way I am. I won't endorse it because it's got, the way I see things, it's that I'm putting my name on that as well. Mm-hmm. And that product better be good. Because I don't want people writing me an email going, man, that product sucks. Mm-hmm. I can't believe these guys suck because they'll endorse anyone. And I just don't do that sort of thing. Right. But if you just go to the Mason Danger, you can go to the website easier just by going through the dailybm.com. We have a link there. Scroll down just a little bit on the very homepage and you'll see a link. It takes you right to it. If you enter dailybm at checkout, you'll get 20% off right now. With that code. So just I'm telling you, it will not let you down. This product is great. If you have problems having an oily beard, wearing it, I don't know about the rest of you. Have you ever put your sunglasses on your shirt and then you lean down and look at something and now you got oil on your lenses? Yeah, that takes away that right away. So I think you're going to totally dig this product. And you'll end up making it just a regular monthly to 2-month thing, depending on how big your beard is in your men's product line. I promise you will. Head over to the website dailybm.com. Get that 20% off right now on all your Mason Danger products.
You're listening to the Daily BM.
There's one more thing that I'd like to talk to you about too, that kind of revolutionized our lives, both of us, and that's Andrew's company. Apex. What's the full name of his company?
It's Apex Medical.
Apex Medical. Yes. So a while back, Brad and I, we're both getting up there in years. And, we were having some guy problems. Mostly it was, we were putting on, it was harder for us to take the weight off. We would have like low energy, low sex drive. And it was, depression, like things that used to not bother us were really starting to bother us. And everyday life was just getting harder and harder and harder. And we would go to our medical doctors and our labs would be good and everything would be fine. And they'd be like, oh yeah, this is fine. Maybe you need some Prozac, maybe you need some type of antidepressant. That's what I was getting a lot of. And maybe you need to go, on a diet pill, or maybe you need to do this or that, what have you. And we picked up a client on our agency side, Andrew Miller, and he has a company called Apex Medical, and basically it's a men's fitness company that specializes like in testosterone replacement therapy, among many other things. I actually get several of his products now. But let me tell you something, that changed. I think you started that first too, didn't you?
I started it first. He reached out to me. He stopped by when we had our physical location before we went remote. And he came in. Andrew was a great guy. He was looking to build a website because he was already doing very well on his own. And he wanted just to expand it and offer this. His knowledge is incredible in this industry, guys. I mean, yes. The one thing about, I'm not taking anything away from a general practice doctor, but a general practice doctor doesn't really know TRT. They have set guidelines when they measure out, they do it basically on an average. And everybody that knows anyone knows that every individual is different and their body type's different. The way they absorb testosterone is different. You may need a liar. You may need liar. No, but you might need a higher testosterone dose. Like mine, I'm lower because my body loves testosterone. Yeah, because I have so much estrogen because I'm such a female. But so each body is different. Where Mike doesn't require as much as me. He holds on. He keeps his levels right there where he needs to be. But I need lower dosage because it just loves. My body loves it, and I just shoot through the roof.
Well, so basically what Brad's talking about is when we started, so we went and got baselines. And like for me, right. I went and got my baseline back in 2018, and I was at like a 287, which my general practitioner said, oh, hey, 250 is the borderline. Anything under, I think it was 249 actually. Anything under 249 is considered low testosterone, but anything over that is like, quote unquote, in the normal range. It was for 250 to I think 850 was considered the normal range on the test that they had given me. It used to be like 1200 was normal, but they've dropped it over the years because men have had a declining in testosterone for decades now. And I think a big part of that's diet, but we can talk about that another time. So my general practitioner said, well, you're at this level. We don't have to worry about it. And I believed him. I was like, whatever it is. And then I was going to the gym, I was working out, I was doing all this stuff, and I was getting no results. I was constantly fatigued, I was constantly tired, I had no energy levels. It was miserable. My emotions was, I went from a raging asshole to, crying, at TV commercials, and no control over any of it, just back and forth. Just depends on where I was at. And I couldn't figure out what it was. And then Brad, we got this client. And of course, when we get a client, I like to learn more about the business and stuff like that. So I started talking to him, and we actually went to lunch with him, and he was telling us more about it and how it worked. And he's a fit looking guy, and he says, I've been on testosterone replacement because my testosterone is very low. So we started talking about it. Brad got on it, and I immediately noticed that Brad was starting to have a change in his, his mental state, his mental clarity. I think that was the worst too, is the mental fog that I was suffering. Because I was constantly forgetting things, having like, moments of just like confusion. And it wasn't the point where it was like drastic, but it was just literally, I'll walk in a room and be like, shit, why'd I walk in here?
Yeah.
So, we sat down, had lunch with him, and he was talking about the benefits of it. And, I, of course, had a lot of skepticism because I was worried about, my nuts shrinking, like future problems, like
smaller than what they already are, right?
Yeah. Well, there's so many bad roid rage, like the whole 9 yards, like, and because because that's you're taking testosterone,
Yep.
And he really put my mind at ease and says, that's if you go extreme, if you go over the top, because again, like if you go real heavy on it, of course you're going to benefit more because you're amping up your body because it needs that testosterone. Mm-hmm. So, I went ahead and started taking it. And within about a month, I noticed a drastic change as far as my energy levels. My quality of sleep was so much better. My sex drive was back. My desire to work out and live life was back. I was no longer crying at the dumbest commercials for no reason. Like, I still have emotions, but there would be commercials about like dads and their kids on TV, and I would literally start bawling because my daughter was like, she's like 22 now and she has her own life and she does her own things. And I'm like, oh my God, that used to be me. Like, I'm so old. And like, now I don't have that anymore. Like, I'm back to my feeling like my 25-year-old self. I've noticed that it's been a lot easier for me to pack on muscle in the gym than it was before. I've noticed I'm starting to lean out a lot easier than I was before. Because no matter what I did, like I could do like 2 hours of cardio a day and like it would have hardly any effect, which would make things worse. And now, I've been on it for over a year and I feel great. I feel young again, and I went and had my labs done and my labs are better than ever. I have no side effects, I have no acne, none of that type of stuff, because, Andrew knows what he's doing and he did an excellent job, getting me on the right program and getting me regulated to where I have enough free testosterone in my system for my body to do what it needs to do without going overboard on it, like some people could do. So again, that's something that's, both Brad and I have had a lot of success with. And I know it's very controversial. There's a lot of people out there like, oh, try natural, do this, do that. I went to GNC and I bought all the natural testosterone boosters. I spent thousands of dollars trying to do that stuff. And some of it maybe bumped me 30 points, but not enough to bring me up to where I needed to be. What I like about Andrew's system is, I take a shot every 3 days. My general practitioner, when I was talking to him about it, after he wanted to run 4 rounds of tests, he wanted me to wait like 6 months and do 4 rounds of tests to really see if my level was truly at 167. The last time that it showed up, it was showing a decline over the course of 2 years. It was 249, 200, 167, but he wanted to do 4 more tests spaced out 6 months apart, just to make sure that I was that low. And I was like, I don't think I'll be around like 2 more years of waiting for tests every 6 months, like I need to do something now.
Right.
And then he even wanted to do come in and do like a one-time monthly injection. And the problem with the one-time injection monthly is you get this huge spike of testosterone. And then, so you go up, like you're climbing a mountain, and then you're coming down the backside of the mountain until you crash again in the valley. And then you get your big spike and you're shot back up into the space, and then you come crashing back down to, the planet. So basically it's just like that when they do it on a monthly. But
let me interject on that one too, because It's like you said, it's like that spike mountain up and down. That's what triggers your mood swings.
Yeah. That's where you can rage out and you have all these issues because, now it's, I take an insulin needle injection, like once every 3 days. It's painless. I don't feel it. It's a small amount. It keeps me completely level, completely regulated. And I've never felt freaking better. Like I feel completely balanced. That's microdosing. I mean, there's some guys out there, I've done some research on it, and there's guys out there that say you could do daily microdosing, which that's a little bit too much for me. I don't know if I need that level, because what I'm doing now is working very, very effective for me. Like I don't feel this massive spike of testosterone where I'm like, let me kill it. Like I feel level. I don't feel up, down, indifferent. And my like I said, my last set of labs, everything was amazing, like perfect. My cholesterol was low. My blood glucose was low where it needed to be, blood pressure low, testosterone level, right at that 899 mark with 100, 125 to I think it was 150 free testosterone. Right. So I had plenty of free testosterone for my body to do whatever it needs to do with it to be optimal with my, therapy.
And you know where I saw the best results myself? You know, it's funny that you say that because I switched. When you started talking about microdosing and getting into that every 3 day scenario versus like, twice a week or whatever.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. Now that it's balanced out, from coming from 2 times a week to the every 3 days.
Yeah.
I can honestly feel a difference in that one too as well. So I'm a fan of that. I think the problem, and it might work for some people, the daily dosing is the real small micro every day is that being able to stay on top of it with your schedule. I find that to be very difficult. I mean, the 3 days already challenging enough without me setting reminders in my phone to remind me and or, in my calendar. But I find that to be manageable on a manageable level. And I'm going to be getting retested here soon. So, it should be the same as what it was doing it twice a week, because the only difference is I'm just staying at a consistent level during that 3 days. And I've noticed, besides my one mood swing this last week that you know of, but that was due to work stuff. But most of the time I'm pretty even keel. I notice I
don't think that was testosterone induced. That was just regular male anger at a situation. like I think that was appropriate level of response for what was making you mad. Like that.
I had to get it out.
It's like, that's the thing. It's like when you're low testosterone, you don't approach things in a manly way. Like you're literally like, just, you want to cry. You're like, you bitch out. Pardon my language, but that's what you do.
That's a great way to say it. You bitch out. That's exactly what you do.
You bitch out a lot on a lot of stuff because you're just not. You don't have, the hormone that regulates and drives the intensity, the aggression, all of that stuff. You're basically neutered, for lack of a better word. You're neutered as a man, and so I had a huge bonus on that. Now, something that I started a month ago that I've really also enjoyed from Apex Medical and has made a big boost to my energy level is his injectable B12.
Right.
I started supplementing with 1 milligram of, is it milligram or 1 milliliter? 1 milliliter.
I think it's 1 milliliter. Yeah.
It's 1 milliliter. Yeah. It's liquid. 1 milliliter of, vitamin B12, intramuscular, once per week. And that has also given me that additional boost of energy. It helps me get through my workouts, which help me sleep better. And, those are just 2 products that I use from him, that have really revolutionized my life. And it's so great because I just message him and say, hey, I need a refill. And he says, fantastic. He sends it every, I want to say every 2 months we run labs. We did in the beginning every 2 months. I might be every 6 months now. I haven't followed up with him because I just had my labs done. In the beginning, it's more labs because he wants to see how your body's adjusting to it so we can make adjustments to the dosing to get you exactly where you need to be. I'm now in the phase where everything is perfect. So what I'm doing now is going to be consistent. And I think we'll just be testing like twice a year, which I like to do anyways, just because I want to make sure I'm not having anything major happening inside my body. We also ran a complete mineral panel and vitamin panel the last time I went, which was really good to know because I was actually a little deficient in vitamin D, which is super important. It's easy to get if you get a lot of sunlight, but because we work indoors a lot, we don't get as much sunlight as we should. So I now take a daily D12 supplement as well, and that has really made a big difference. Now that I've got it in there, everything's been mood stabilizing. So all of these components are making my life better. And, those are the things we mentioned on the show today are 2 products that I really endorse both of them because they make a difference in your life. Apex Medical with his products that are geared towards men's health, and then Mason Danger for your beard care. Both of those products I can't say more good things about.
Yep. Well, listen, guys, don't forget, head over to thedailybm.com. I think it's a good time to cut out of here. Mike, I think that was a really good subject for this Monday. And head over to thedailybm.com. You can click on, if you scroll down the page a little bit, you'll see the links that'll take you to Mason Danger to go ahead and get what we were talking about in those beard products. You can also get now the Apex Medical link straight from our website too. If you want to go direct, it's apexmedrx.com, and that's Apex, APEXMEDRX.com. So you can get over there, talk with Andrew. He's a great guy, man. He'll hook you up if you're having the same issues that we were having, man. We're here to help you guys too and help you get better. So, Mikey, got anything to add before we get out of here today?
No, just everybody have a great Monday. Go out there this week and slay it. Make sure you're taking care of yourself. Spend some time focusing on your health, because without health, you can't have wealth or relationships, because it's the most important thing. It's the one thing that if you neglect it, it's going to impact every other area of your life. So take care of yourself.
Enough said. Right on, brother. And don't forget, Daily BM is the promo code that you will use at Mason Danger. I forgot to add that in at the end. It's Daily BM. You get 20% off on all those products. And we will see you guys on the flip side.
Have a good one.
Deuces.